grab that one time. One time for the one time. What it look like? What episode was this?
All right, guys. This is podcast number 151.
152. How do you get into the podcast, guys? All right, guys. Podcast number 152. We're in the booth, so the settings might be a little different, just a little bit. But yeah, guys, we're in the booth, and this is podcast number 151. No, 152. My bad. Hold on. I was trying to take a picture of it right there. Yeah, no. Can't do that. Hold on one second. I hate this investigator. Oh shit, my bad, guys. I know I'm recording. All right. All right, guys. Podcast number 152. My bad. I was a little caught up on my phone trying to make some adjustments. But today we're going to be talking about becoming a person of consequence. Becoming a person of consequence. What does that mean exactly? Well, that's what we're going to be getting into. You know, when there are consequences for violating, there are consequences for doing certain things. And this is what we're going to be talking about. Becoming a person of consequence. So if you know how the podcast goes, we always play a song and then we get right into it. This is going to have to be a quick one because my laptop is dying. So we'll get into it right after this. This is Say It. I apologize if I told you the song was out. It is not even out yet. But when it is done, I will tell you. All right. We'll get into the podcast right after this. This is Say It by JL.
Yeah, nigga. This is that big Hollywood shit, nigga. We copping that shit you wish you could.
A lot of shit early.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking around out here, man. Fuck you thought it was, nigga. You know how we doing, nigga? We doing back-to-back shit. Ain't no stopping, ain't no motherfucking breaks, nigga. This shit ain't for the weak. So tell them niggas, watch out. I'm gon' blow, ain't depending on them niggas. Yeah, I'm gon' roll. I ain't even tripping about the lies being told. That's what happens when you poppin' niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't. Woo. Ain't so, got the city on fire, but I'm still too cold. Always tell it like it is, yeah, you know I'm too bold. But you still sleeping on me, niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't. Ain't so, got it figured out. Tried to be the nice guy, but now I'm on a different route. Probably got your girlfriend in my crib, just trying to dick her down. And best believe I kick her out if she don't plan on putting out. Yeah, cause I'm a dog, I'm a fucking dog. Got a lot of bitches, but I'm always trying to fuck some more. Yeah, so what you want from a nigga? I done found out the game, and they don't be loving niggas. I'm good, I'm all set. The way I do my own thing, yeah, they all vex. I'm just calling shots like a motherfucking rap. Whole time y'all was playing checkers, I was playing chess. Man, this shit a mess. I'm gon' blow. Ain't depending on no niggas. Yeah, I'm gon' roll. I ain't even tripping about the lies being told. That's what happens when you poppin' niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't. Woo. Ain't so. Got the city on fire, but I'm still too cold. Always tell it like it is. Yeah, you know I'm too bold. But you still sleeping on me. Niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't. Woo. Ain't so that I'm back, nigga. Tell Shorty that I'm in. She know he a whack, nigga. Doing all that yapping. He just hating cause my stack's bigger. Hit it from the back. I'm the one that got her ass bigger. Yeah, and I'm a boss. I'm a fucking boss. Feeling like I'm Cali, baby. I ain't never took a loss. Nah, and I'm a y'all with the cross. Putting on for my city, and I put that on the cross. So I'm good. I'm all set. Who's real? Who's fake? Man, let's put them to the test. I ain't worried about a thing, baby. I ain't never stressed. Ben thought I was that nigga. Man, I must confess. Bitch, I've been the best. I'm gon' blow, ain't depending on no niggas, yeah, I'm gon' roll. I ain't even tripping about the lies being told. That's what happens when you poppin' niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't. Ain't so, got the city on fire, but I'm still too cold. Always tell it like it is, yeah, you know I'm too bold. But you still sleeping on me, niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't.
All right, guys, that was Say It Ain't by JL. Now let's get into tonight's podcast. Becoming a person of consequence. What does that mean? And what does that mean to you? Well, I'll tell you what it means. To be a person of consequence, meaning that if something is done to you, if somebody approaches you, if something is done to you good, something is done to you bad, whether it be reciprocated or, violated, whatever the case may be, you are a person of consequence. I know that if I talk to a certain individual and if they're a person of consequence, I may watch how I talk to them. I know a person of consequence is of a certain stature. I won't just come up to them and talk to them in any type of way. If I know a person of consequences around me, I will like to try to speak to them in a certain way. And, I think one of the biggest things that guys come to me with is she left me. And guys only come to you when they need you, right? In this business, you're only good when they need you. And I'm telling you that from experience. A lot of guys will only come to you when they need you. And they will only come to you when your girl's broken up with you, your girl wants to leave you, or your girl is, she's not talking to you, she's giving you the silent treatment, whatever the case may be. But I think one of the biggest things is guys are baffled about how a girl can leave them, especially after being with them for some time, being with them for some years, and just wondering, how could you just walk away from this? And it's because you're not a person of consequence. What does that mean? If she felt and if she knew you were a person of consequence, she wouldn't have walked away from you, right? Now, everybody's a little different. Everybody has a different level of loyalty. Everybody has a different level of sticking through things, right? Not everybody is the same. Some people give up faster, but certain individuals understand that this person is valuable to me. Like, say, for example, if you were a girl's, first at accomplishing something, not necessarily taking her virginity, but the first to make her love, the first time she actually really loves somebody like this, or, let's say if a guy is rich or something like that, you get a lot of girls and she really loves you and she knows if you leave, girls are going to be on you. If you leave, she's going to miss out on this good situation where it was very hard to find. You're a person of consequence. So if your girl can just get up and leave you so easily, you're not a person of consequence. Like, for example, and as I'm telling you guys, I am reminding myself also. And I just may not be just readily getting left. The girls are just not like upping and leaving me, right? But there are situations where girls are not in dire need. Like a girl may pull back and stop talking to me. Yeah, guys are always going to get tested. But when you're a person of consequence, they're not trying to go anywhere. They're going to test you, but they're not going to pull away and leave you. Like I have rich clients who get tested too. But when they get the game, they rarely ever have a situation where a girl wants to pull away from them. Why? Because they're a person of consequence. And largely because they have the bag, right? Because a lot of like, especially when you have like millionaire clients and a girl's rent, right? A girl's rent, like say if a girl's rent is like fucking 1,200, even 2,000, and this guy can pay her rent, and he pays her rent. That's life changing for her, especially if this girl only makes $3,000 in a month. She makes $3,000 a month, and he's paying her rent just like $2,000, $1,800. You just saved her month like crazy, right? And then on top of that, all the things that come with that, like say if they pay rent and it's nothing for him. It's nothing. Like I have some clients that were making like $400,000 a month. Fucking crazy shit. This guy gave me one tip. I was like, good for the year. I'm like, I'm about to retire. That's why I like that's why I like stopped making videos for a while. A lot of you guys be thinking because my page got deleted. This page hasn't getting deleted in a while. I was getting a little late, not lazy, but I was just focused on boxing because I was like, my bag is straight. I ain't really got to do that. But back to the point. The point is, when guys like that of a certain stature can change a girl's life and it's nothing, and then because they're a person of consequence, they know it's very hard. And most people aren't rich. So most of society that's just walking around, they're not making even fucking 10,000 or fucking 30,000 a month. And that's not that much money. That's not 30,000 a month is not that much money. It's not. And most of society isn't making that. I think 30,000 a month is like almost around $200,000 a year. It's somewhere near about what I bring in, right? I don't make 30,000 a month yet, but we're close. We're close. But the point is, if you can change somebody's life and then you take them on trips and vacation excursions and stuff like that, she knows if she leaves you, that's a person. There's going to be some consequences for this. Because what are the chances that you're going to find this again? Now, some girls are not materialistic. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. And girls say, oh, I'm not materialistic. I don't care for that. I left guys with money. But that's a different level. Yeah, that motherfucker might be giving you $1,000 here and there, $200, $400, $500 here and there. But have you ever been given an allowance? I don't give females an allowance. Maybe, but I'm not giving anybody $1,000 every week. I'm not giving anybody $2,000 every week. Let's just put it like that. But I know guys that do that. And these females are literally afraid to leave them. And then you would think like, all right, what do they need you for? Because they get taken advantage of until I give them the game. And when I give them the game, they're just like, well, you know, how do I get this girl? Because every time she's mad at me, she wants me to give her money. And then I give her money and then she's still giving me attitude. Stop giving her money. He's like, what if she leaves me? Bro, she's not going to leave you. Nobody's giving this girl. Nobody's paying her rent, giving her, you know what I'm saying? You got to talk some sense into them. And then amongst other things that I give these guys game for. But then now they have the game. They're working on these things. And these guys have the money, the resources, because now they're a person of consequence. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be rich. And I'm not saying that you got to have a crazy bag to be a person of consequence. But be above average. When you're with her, you want to game her so well. And mind you, let's say this again. Having game and playing games are two different things. You want a game, because this is why a lot of guys fail in relationships. They get the relationship like, oh, yo, I got her. Good looks, KB. I'm done. I don't need to listen to your content anymore. No, you have to game your girlfriend. You have to game your wife. Game, what is game? Game is having techniques and tactics to have your way in a relationship, to make somebody fall in love with you, to make somebody fall for you. That's what having game is. So one of the biggest mistakes guys make, they think that, oh, once in a relationship, I don't have to have game. I don't have to do anything. I don't gotta be smooth no more. I get flowers here and there. They don't, all that shit goes out the door. But when you're a person of consequence, you stay on your A game. You stay above average. At least be better than the last guy she had, right? At least have certain things that she knows that she won't be able to run into again. Hey, listen, you might be bagging. But but my thing with sex is cool. And you can be a person of consequence with that, but let's be real. You're not the only guy that can make love really good to a girl. You're not. You're not. You're not. And don't get me wrong. Like, I know I'm pretty confident that I can make love really good. I'm pretty confident my manhood is above average. I'm pretty confident that, I can make a girl orgasm over and over and over, but I'm pretty sure there are other men that can do that also. So that's not probably the hardest thing to find. That's probably not the hardest thing to find. And that's what we need to understand, that outside from that, how do you stand out? How do you stand out? What are you doing that is making you a person of consequence? Right? And I'm not saying you have to go above and beyond and simp and say, oh, I'm going to buy her this every week. I'm going to do this every week. No, you can take care of things, but be a person of consequence. Say, for example, if, she's a good girl, she's not bad, everything's under control, she's submissive, sure, pay her nails every week. But that's not even that much special, because there are guys who do that. But what I'm saying is, be a person of consequence. Go above and beyond with yourself. Work on yourself. Work on your self-concept. If you're making $60,000, $40,000 a year, step it up. Work no less than 60 hours a week. Work no less than 50 hours a week. You should be working 80 hours a week. I know a guy that makes $10,000 a month, but he just works like 70, anywhere from 60 to 70 hours a week. He's just working a lot. His bankers look crazy. This guy had like a little over 300K in his bank. Well, obviously that's accumulated over years, but the point is, he becomes a person of consequence. He's always providing. He always has money, paying me monthly for coaching, taking care of like 2 and 3 girls, taking care of his own stuff, making investments. And when you have more money, you can make investments, right? Become a person of consequence. Learn a language. Learn 2 languages. It's not hard. Instead of, while you're in the car listening to music all day, put a language, put some videos on, learn a language. Seriously, that's what I do. You know how many hours throughout the year you spend in your car, if you have a car? When you're in the gym, listen, instead of listening to music, maybe you may need the music to get a little pumped up. That's me too. But listen to a language, learn something, become something of consequence, become something above average. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you spend time on grows. Whatever you focus on, you get better and better at. Making money isn't hard. It's really not. And once you change that mindset, you become a person of consequence. And why do we want to become a person of consequence? Let's remind ourselves. Because if a girl can just up and leave you so easily, she's saying in her head, there's no consequences for this. I feel as if I can do better. I feel as if, yeah, he's good looking. Yeah, he's this. Yeah, he's that. Maybe good in bed, but I can find that elsewhere. I'm pretty sure this is no different from any other guy. And a lot of times you are a person of consequence, because they might try to come back because the grass wasn't so green on the other side. And they thought that maybe, just maybe, that, it would be a little different. But, as you can see, that lining up, that it's not always the same. And a lot of these guys aren't the same. And a lot of times it's like that. But you have to become a person of consequence. Become a person of consequence that is, that's just hard to come by. I'm pretty sure if you sat down for like an hour a day, right? Or even 15 minutes and wrote down some things that would separate you from your average person, and then you start to work on these things, whether that be financial, whether that be your looks, whether that be your body, whether that be, your car, whatever the case may be, you want to be well rounded, but you want to be a person of consequence. You want to be so, always increasing your value and so high value that a woman understands that this is not something that I'll come across often. Now, you do have women that are in certain fields where all they date is higher valued men. Yeah. But so what? You don't need those women. Date a regular girl. There's pretty girls that are regular. You can go to fucking, like the Passport Bros. They go to Brazil and they get girls that are 9s and 10s here and bring them back. And they're a lot more submissive. They're a lot more, they understand what servitude is. They're loyal. They don't have the type of mindset that a lot of these other women have, especially if you're taking care of them. And then on top of that, if you have game, your game gonna be good. So this way, the girl's like damn near in heaven. Damn near, huh? So what you got to understand, being a person of consequence is very, 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 very important. And this is something that I wanted to tell you guys, because I know a lot of you guys, you come to me and you're like, oh, damn, KB, my girl left me. Damn this, damn that. But these are things that you should be always increasing. These are things that you should be always working on before it ever even comes to that. Become a person of consequence so you don't have to worry about, oh, damn, my girl left me. Oh, damn, my girl did this. No. If you were a person of consequence, that probably never even be a fucking thought in her head. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of guys who have such great circumstances that they tell girls, yeah, I'm talking to this girl, I'm talking to that girl. But they don't do it until they give them a certain glimpse into their life, and the girls just see like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick this one out. Yeah, he's talking to other girls, but all he's asking from me is to be loyal, don't talk to other guys. My life is great. We take trips every quarter, we take trips every other month. Like, he pays my rent, and like, he's alpha, he's a man. I respect him. I've been more submit. I want to be submit. These girls don't fucking leave these guys. I know, because I'm speaking to them. It behooves you to want to be fucking better off. Strive. You can do it. If everybody who followed me became wealthy, that is very possible. There's still, because everybody can't be, but there'll still be people that are not making the type of money you will make, the type of money you're determined to make. You guys can do it. But anyway, guys, this was a short podcast. I'm going to take some questions. I'm going to play this song. We're going to end the podcast off, and then I'll take some questions. So put some questions in the question box, and I'll take questions for about 15 minutes. And we're just going to end this one off. Become a person of consequence. This song is Say It Ain't by Jay, and we'll answer some questions for you guys.
Yeah, nigga. This is that big Hollywood shit. You copping that shit you wish you could get. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking around out here, man. Fuck you thought it was, nigga. You know how we do it, nigga. We doing back-to-back shit. Ain't no stopping, ain't no motherfucking breaks, nigga. This shit ain't for the weak. So tell them niggas, watch out. I'm gon' blow, ain't depending on no niggas. Yeah, I'm gon' roll. I ain't even tripping about the lies being told. That's what happens when you poppin' niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Got the city on fire, but I'm still too cold. Always tell it like it is, yeah, you know I'm too bold. But you still sleeping on me, niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, got it figured out. Tried to be the nice guy, but now I'm on a different route. Probably got your girlfriend in my crib, just trying to dick her down. And best believe I kick her out if she don't plan on putting out. Yeah, cause I'm a dog, I'm a fucking dog. Got a lot of bitches, but I'm always trying to fuck some more. Yeah, so what you want from a nigga? I done found out the game, and they don't be loving niggas. I'm good, I'm all set. The way I do my own thing, yeah, they y'all vex. I'm just calling shots like a motherfucking rep. Whole time y'all was playing checkers, I was playing chess. Man, this shit a mess. I'm gon' blow, ain't depending on no niggas. Yeah, I'm gon' roll. I ain't even tripping about the lies being told. That's what happens when you poppin' niggas say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Got the city on fire, but I'm still too cold. Always tell it like it is. Yeah, you know I'm too bold, but you still sleeping on me, nigga. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so that I'm back, nigga. Tell Shorty that I'm in. She know he a whack, nigga. Doing all that yapping. He just hating cause my stack's bigger. Hit it from the back. I'm the one that got an ass bigger. Yeah, and I'm a boss. I'm a fucking boss. Feeling like a Cali, baby. I ain't never took a loss.
All right, let's take some questions. So let's see what we got. Scroll up. What do you recommend doing if a girl friend zones you? I recommend you. I done gave that out. That's the easy. Join Patreon, man. That's the easiest. Getting out of the friend zone is some of the easy shit. And then if you search, I think I actually put that for the most part. I think I actually put that on TikTok. That's some of the easy. I'm not answering that question. Join Patreon. That shit is all over the place. Honestly, it's real easy. If you want it in depth, join Patreon. But that's easy, man. And I even think I answered that question on TikTok. So you got to just search, put in the work. Love your content. Find myself doing a lot of the things you mentioned, actually. That's good. What do you think about Romania getting an economic aid package from the U.S. for Tate? I don't know. Free my man Tate, though. It's so funny. I was actually arguing with a female friend of mine, and she was talking about, oh, you Andrew Tate Jr. First of all, I've been doing this shit before he got popular. Anybody who's been following me a while, y'all know that. And I ain't even bring him up. She bro was like, damn, you must love you some Tate, huh? It kind of sucks because it's like I've been doing this for a minute, and because he got the bigger bag, you know, he's fucking popular too, right? Probably, I think he'd say he was like the most Google man, but it's whatever. What do you do career wise? This is what I do. Fuck is you talking about? Nah, I box, and then the Patreon be real, bro. I be making bread, and then I think I make like anywhere from like 500. Well, starting like 2 months ago, I've been making like 500, anywhere $500, $600 off of private phone calls a week, sometimes more than that. On a good week, like 1,000. But I'm a fighter. I fight. Even though I haven't fought in a while, but we're gonna get some fights. Motherfuckers be pulling out, they be scared. Good beard recommendations. I heard eating coochie. Stop, I'm joking. Honestly, I don't know. I just let my shit grow naturally. I see some people made some recommendations in here. You listen to them. What else we got? Something in my mouth. Do you share a lot of your views with? I don't think so. I think for the basic part, I don't know. For Fresh and Fit, I think they mostly tell guys to be just try to get rich and better your IG, and it's more of the, you know, just get rich type of vibe. But I understand that everybody's not going to be rich. Everybody doesn't want to be rich. So more or less what I try to do is talk about relationship dynamics. They may talk about some things, but they don't really get into a lot of relationship dynamics and proven points. Like I like to speak facts. I like to give guys advice on certain things to do, you know, coming from a logical, psychological standpoint. And I read a lot of these things. So, and then on top of that, I have tons of experience. But yeah, so I mean, I don't think Fresh and Fit necessarily does exactly what I do. And even though they make a shit ton of money, good for them. But I love the content. How do you keep a girl interested in a relationship? Subscribe to Patreon. Or even subscribe to a fucking podcast. Just implement the techniques I'm telling you. Listen, the relationship course will be done at the end of the month. 100%. Make sure you get it. But keeping a girl interested long term, it's a variety of things. It's not just one thing. You know, it's not just, oh, just do this. You have to be on your purpose. One, she can't come first. It's a multitude of things. And this is why I literally am doing a course, and it will be out at the end of the month, because it's not just one